Okay, so in this box, I have your ear. Don't mind that it says eraser on it. Just ignore that. And now that we have it opened, look at the beauty that's inside. It should be quite interesting, since you don't have your ear connected to your body, but perhaps you'll still be able to hear. So, I have a lot of things to note, and I have a notebook to note them all down in. The notebook is quite thick, with entries from previous patients. Let's open it up to a random page. Perfect. I have more tools off to the side here. Here they are. So let's see which pen sounds better when we click it. That one's nice. Look at my fingers, they don't go all the way up. Can I fix that? Maybe. Ooh. I can't tell which one I like more. Oh, I like this one. Alright. So, the measuring is important. And what I'm measuring here might be different than what you might expect. Let me grab another tool to show you. I have this tool, and it's got that little ball at the end there. So you might be thinking, yes, this is the distance. But in fact, what we're looking for is these little spaces. See that? Just all of those little spaces, and those are the important details. And the way I write them down is not by saying 1 inch, for example, but instead we want to say things like 0, 5, and C. Those are more helpful to me personally. And by gathering this information, you see, it's got a cork, glass, so we're gathering information from here, putting it in there. So, I know that makes no sense to you. I know it doesn't make any sense, because, of course, why would it make any sense? You're not the scientist. No. I wouldn't expect a painter to understand Mozart to its fullest. Even if you did understand, oh, look at that. Yeah. Okay, let me write that down. Okay. I just want to make note of some spaces. Let me grab I have 2 different tools here. I've got 8B and an HB. So if you don't know the difference between those, I can kind of show you. Here's an 8B. Right? But here is an HB. Okay, that was kind of a bad example. As you can tell, the HB is a lot lighter than the 8B. So we can erase all of these. I do have an eraser. Where's my eraser? Found it. My eraser's inside this candle, which is quite interesting. There's a lot of shapes to it. Anyways, there she is. So this eraser can help us by picking up the pigment. Quite useful. Anyways, I'm gonna start with not the 8B, H8, they rhyme. Do you see that? These gosh darn gloves fit properly. Okay, what are we looking for? 8H. Okay, I'm gonna remove this. I'm gonna begin making note. Then I'm going to grab my H8B because I think the most important is this one and that one and that one, which I almost forgot. I'm going to ask if these pressure points, do they feel like anything? Okay. Okay. Well, that was a mistake. Let me just put that down there. Gonna take this one. Okay. I'm just gonna ask you to tell me, what does that feel like? What about that? What does it sound like? Really? Okay. That's interesting. So, I have a lighter, and I have sealing wax, which is kind of like earwax in the sense that they both have wax in the name. This is just a little guy. Do you see? So it's just wax, that's all. It's got the tip, which you light on fire. This one. Why? Because it's bigger, and I want to. Actually, we're using this one. And I'm just going to begin dripping this wax. You kind of want to let it heat up a little bit first. And let's listen. Do you hear that? I hear it. And I'm just going to let it drip down to your eardrum. Okay, 1 drip, 2 drip, 3 drip. And that's it. Alright, so, oh dear. I got a little bit of wax on myself. That's not a problem though, just take some tweezers. Take it off just like that. Okay. So that's the wax, and I have this little, and I'm just gonna, oh no, do you see that? That means the wax has hardened. That's okay. Gonna grab some oil. Oh, that's this oil. Okay, just like that. Also, I'm gonna do that as well, just to make my life a little easier. I have these cotton pads. This is French. This is English. We have here 1, 2, 3 pads. So I'm gonna make something to actually stick these pads on. I'm gonna use this stick, which has some charcoal at the top because it was previously on fire. And I'm just gonna stick. Normally you do this with cotton balls, but I don't have any cotton balls. Cotton pads should work perfectly fine though. They're still cotton after all. So you just kind of stick it on there. And you just kind of roll it to make your own Q-tip. Who's doing this, guys? Why is that a bad job? Let me try this again. Oh dear. Is it working? I mean, of course it's working. Of course it's working. I've done this more times than I can count. After all, I am a doctor, okay? Hey, who made my Q-tip break? Maybe if I just grab a little bit, like just that much, like just a tiny bit. This is the worst Q-tip I've ever did use. Let's just use this one. Also, I don't like that sticker. Let's put the information in here. Perfect. Yeah. So I'm just gonna begin. I should erase those as well, like I said I was gonna do. Do you think it's working? Dear. Your ears are very stern. Do you see this? And this? And this? That one? And this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. Okay. It's not coming off. Okay. Do you see how rough your ears are? No, that won't do it all. gotta get this wax off, but it's gonna take a lot of work. So you're gonna have to be patient with me. Because if I go too fast, I'm just gonna cut and nip you. Nobody wants to be nipped. There's a hair on you. Let me just take that off. Where are the tweezers? Here they are. So this is the rate that we're going right now. Go through that. You know what they say? You should always fight fire. So, to fight fire with fire, we're gonna do just that. We are gonna fight wax with wax. And you have to be very patient with this part, of course, because, you know, it is fire after all, and we don't want any injuries to occur. Oh my. Can we do the stamp? Let's let that sit there. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Look. We were mildly successful. Oh, that's exactly what I wanted. To be mildly successful. Oh, this one is quite gummy. Do you see that? Gummy. My goodness, it's gross. Do you see all that? Like, this is wax. Anyways. What do I have here? Let's see. Is it still gummy or is it hard now? Give me a moment here. These are for bookbinding. Tell me what this feels like. Okay, what does this feel like? This? This? Okay, that's not good. I'm going to need to take a sample. It's hardened. No worry. There's plenty there. and dropping things. Do you see that? Okay. Also gonna add the Q-tip as well. Okay. Let me continue. Whoa. No way. Oh, that's incredible. Let's see if we can get more with this. Do you see that? Oh, goodness. Don't worry, we're not going to let it go to waste. Okay. Okay. How does it feel here? Yeah. That was to be expected. Let's see. No, it doesn't look like there's more wax. Except for up here, I can see wax. Oh dear. Let's see if we can get it off. Oh, pretty easily. Let's just wipe that away. Let me see if I can get any more in the ear. No, I'm scratching the ear up. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh dear. I have some tarot here. I just want a better understanding of what's going on in your ear. So flip the first card over, and That is in fact bad news. Okay. Well, let me clean up my area a little bit. There we go. I have bubbles, puzzle. Really, what's important is the ink. Do you see the ink? Look, it's got gold on the bottom. And it's all sorts of ink, but I haven't used it in a while, so I'm not sure how well it performs. Okay, so got the two things. This is bubbles infused with the ink. Okay, so we're just gonna take off this. Oh dear. Who did this? So we're just gonna take, I've dripped bubbles everywhere. We're just taking some of the bubbles. Just like that. And we're gonna begin blowing. I lost it. I got bubbles everywhere. Now the bubbles show us the true intention. See that? Pretty cool, huh? Okay. I think I've learned everything that I need to learn from you. So that means back in the box you go. Sadly, you don't get to go back to your body. After all, I still need to do a few more experiments, just not today.